I can't express how grateful and excited I was to have this person here. So I love you too. So we have Dani Antelo here. We'll get into all the details of the things, but basically she now lives overseas in Spain, and Dani's going to tell us her story because it's an incredible, incredible story. But I feel like to start this out, people need to understand like what our dynamic is, because it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like the first time I think we actually talked was at a Keller Williams
event.
Wasn't it Fantastic Four brunch?
Because I used to be like super obsessive of agents that were successful. Honestly, like that was my thing. And I think the first time I saw you was at an event at, Champions School of Real Estate. You were I think you were there with, I can't remember who it was, but anyway, you were there.
With Garrett?
Maybe with Garrett. I think it was Garrett. Oh my God, blast from the past. Yeah, so I remember seeing you there, and I was like kind of at that moment where I didn't know what brokerage I was going to move to.
That's right. Okay.
And a lot of really successful agents that I followed were at KW Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember going to your office like, oh my God, I got to talk to you. And of course, I'm sure you were like, oh my God, like another agent wanted to talk to me.
Okay, but in between that, I remember we were sitting next to each other at a Fantastic Four lunch for KW. And like, whatever. If you don't know me, yes, I am a very social, outgoing person, but at the end of the day, I don't want to fucking talk to anybody, right? Yeah. Like I don't want to talk to anybody. And I remember you sat down next to me. You had on some crazy ass shirt. It was like, this is so Dani. It was like a button up shirt, but it had some crazy ass fucking pattern on it. And I remember you were just like, hi, Alex. And I'm like, who the fuck is this girl? Like thinking to myself, I was like, I don't know who this is.
Another psycho.
It's funny too, right? Because people will tell me like, Alex, people think you're a bitch. Like when you don't say anything or talk at first. And I'm like, dude, I'm so not. And it's not like I'm not judging or care. Like I'm literally just in my own world, like thinking about whatever. But I probably came off like so rude because I remember just thinking to myself, I was like, I don't know who this person is or what her name is.
See, I don't remember
but
that.
You just started chatting it up. And then as like you were talking a little bit more, I was like, okay, she's cool. I don't know who this is, but I was like, she's cool. And then I do remember you came to my office, and just that first time alone with just like me just being with you one-on-one, we weren't with each other that long, but I was like, I really feel like this person is like my soul sister.
Yes.
Like, I don't know where she came from. We really haven't told each other a lot about each other, but I was like, I feel like this person understands me from the inside out. And that's like how I feel like our relationship.
Yeah, we've worked together. We've done things together. It's always been like so fun, so refreshing. I feel like we're always on the same page.
Yes, and I think it's like so good again, and I've said this before with other guests, but like people ask me, they're like, why are you having other agents on your podcast? Like you're promoting. And I'm like, it's not about, there's plenty of business to go around in this city, right? Oh my God, yes. And even if like there's been situations where you go into a listing appointment and you might hear a name that you know, and it's like amazing, right? Like if that person wins, wonderful. I love them. If I win, good for me. But like there was never, again, you've been so successful, and it's such an incredible story, Dani, because you really have built something special, and I'm so proud of you because you really fucking just tore it up. I was like, who is this girl? Like she just pulled the pieces of advice and made it your own. But we can do it in a way collaboratively together because everybody does their business differently. And I keep saying that.
Totally.
So it's like if we have a space where you can learn.
Yes, absolutely.
Why not? Right?
Absolutely. And you're not reinventing the wheel, right? Like
I think you kind of did. Like where you're at now, I don't think many people have gone the route you have. But
we need to talk about the things that we were talking about before about like defining success and what that means, right?
Yes.
And like, what does it mean to have enough? And what like,
so let's backtrack.
So
So tell me, so everybody understands, like, because your story is unique. Tell me just about you, how you got to Houston, how you got into real estate, and then how things kind of grew from there.
Yeah, so I moved to Houston in 2011. I was married to my ex-husband, and he was transferred here for oil and gas. So we came to Houston. I wasn't very happy about it. I was like, oh, Houston, what even is that?
Yeah.
I don't even know where
Where
it's
is that on the map?
So, and I was living in Dubai at the time. So we transferred here.
That's a really shitty transfer.
I know. I wasn't ready for it. I was like in Dubai, working. I was working in advertising. That was my past life for a brief moment. And then we moved to Houston, and it was really bizarre. Like we moved here, and I knew that I wanted to buy a house. It was like, okay, I need to make an investment. I need to buy a house.
Oh, I remember this story now. Okay, I do remember this story.
So I don't know why. Like it kind of something happened that I was like, let me get my real estate license so I can go buy that first property.
Because you're crazy, and why not?
I'm crazy that
would make sense to me too.
Yeah,
why not?
Exactly.
Let me learn how to do this. It looks like fun.
Exactly. And at the time, I was also getting my master's degree in art, which I love art. It's a passion of mine. I absolutely love it. But I knew maybe the money's not there. I need something that gives me a little bit of stability if I want to build more of an artist career. Real estate could be like that, gateway drug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the flexibility, all the things that
they tell you.
That clearly,
that everybody
we know better now.
Right?
Joke's on you. But yeah, I ended up buying that first property. And then a friend of mine, she's one of my best friends, she told her husband that I was the best realtor in Houston. Mind you, I had not even had a sponsor at this time. I don't think I even passed my license exam at this point. And she's like, no, I already told John that you would be a real estate agent and we're buying a house. And Ori, she was the reason why, she believed in me. She saw something. I was like, Ori, I'm not going to sell real estate. Like I just went to buy my house.
Right.
But honestly, that just kind of snowballed into more and more. It just started happening, right? You close a deal and then you get a referral and then.
I think that, you saying that, and we've had this conversation, I don't know even how to express it, right? But there's certain people, we were just talking about this before we started, that were made to be in this world because they just have that energy, right? And it's so hard, and I know you feel this way too. We've talked about this. It's so hard to tell a newer agent or someone who's trying to get to the next level how we do it, because it's just like, I don't know, I just manifest it or think about it and it happens, right?
Sounds woo-woo.
Yes, I have a thought in my head. 2 weeks later, the connection happens. Where, okay, is that manifestation? Is that the work you do in between? Is that, I think it's a combination of a lot of it.
Yeah.
But you also, you have that, you understand that, where I think that's also one way we connected. Cause it's I don't know. It just happens.
Right. It's funny when this is not, an engineering career, right? That you study a book and then you go line by line. There's so much intuition that goes in.
That's it. It's intuition. That's what it is.
You gotta listen to
feel
people.
It. You have to feel it. It's nothing tangible. It is so, people say a people business, but whether you're investing or it's you have to feel the energy with the deal, or it's not going to work, whether it's for you personally or your clients. So,
I mean, we've done this, we did money moves, right? We did the course where we're literally spilling out, this is what we do.
Yes.
Literally,
we did another course together.
We did.
A few people bought it, but
no, it was great.
It was great for us because we were both, I think, able to divulge everything on paper as we were both growing, which you should have your operations manuals and systems written down. Anyway. So that was good. That helped me more in my business than anything else. But it's the same, right? You said, we told everybody everything.
Literally, this is what we do. Even the crazy things, go on MLS and do this little trick or whatever. I mean, I did all those things, but at the end of the day, it's okay, I connect with people. I listen to them. You're able to read people to a level that no checklist is going to give you, right?
You can't teach that.
You can't teach that. Yeah. You can refine your craft. I mean,
sure.
Look, we talk all the time. I don't even know how to send an offer.
Neither do I. So.
I don't know what my password is to send contracts. I don't know, but that's not my strength. And you've talked about this in other podcast episodes about finding your strength and kind of sticking to that, because anything else can be outsourced, right? Yeah. So honing into that skill and I still don't know to this day what the it thing is. I just remember there was one year, the year that kind of like my business shifted to that next level, that I was closing more deals and making more money and going more crazy, right? Because it all comes hand in hand. But it was literally like, I was in the kitchen and I was like, I want to know what it feels like to make $1 million in commissions.
Yeah.
And I did it. Like that year,
yeah,
the business hit $1 million in commissions. And it's like, oh, I can manifest that.
Yeah, because you put that energy out there and you wanted to hit a goal, right? So I think right now, as we're talking before today, since we haven't seen each other and struggling with all kinds of other things. We are the type of people, and I encourage people, like when I don't have the next step or where I'm going next or what the next goal is, that is when I fall apart, right? Because it's like, okay, I got here, proved it, I can do it, now what? Which is such a jacked up mindset. I've been like that my whole life. Like, okay, let me prove it to you. Cool, I did it. Moving on. What's next? Yeah. Real estate has at least been one thing for me where it still is exciting, right? Mm-hmm. But having to figure out how to get to that next level. But you just said it. You wanted to make $1 million. Okay,
done.
Let's do it.
And granted, like I feel like I was very naive at that moment.
The naivety, though, honestly, I wish I had it back because I think that's what screws a lot of us down the line. Like when you're naive and your deals are going well those first few years, and you're like, I don't know what the hell these old people are talking about. Nothing ever goes wrong. They must really suck at this. No, it's just the newness that you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. But I think I was also being naive in the sense that, I want this number, let me hit that number. But at what cost, right? Because I feel like, okay, yes, I can get here, but you don't get to one thing without having to give up other things.
Right. Which is really what we're going to segment into. So, so you had this goal.
I had this goal. I remember it was yesterday.
To KW, all of a sudden you have a team.
Yes. So the way that the team happened was also very organic. As with all of crazy agents, I mean, you have to be a little crazy to be in this business. Let's be honest. I was doing a lot of it by myself. Mm-hmm. Like at the beginning, I was basically doing everything by myself. Mm-hmm. And I had another real estate agent friend that she had an office. And every time I would go to her office, I would be like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. My heart, like I'm going to die, And there was this girl that worked with her. And she, I always would see her. She was her assistant at that time.
Okay.
And she was just like working her head, and like the three of us would talk and talk and talk. And I remember she started asking me like, hey, if you're super overwhelmed, let me help you. Mm-hmm. Or like if she had just gone to Houston, she was starting in real estate. I was a little, I don't know what year she came, but I came in at 2011. That was when I first started.
So she came in after you, though.
Yeah, I think it was a couple of years later that she came into the business. So she said, if you have any deals that you don't want or any leads that you don't want, send them over to me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? Yes, here are the rental leads, right? Yes. The ones that no one wants, but the ones that build my business, literally to this day.
Yes, and we've talked about that in our other.
We talked about it
in our other class,
in our past life of money moves.
Yes.
Literally, like I would send a deal to Ashley, and she crushed it. Like every time, I didn't even have to think about it. I'm like, oh, this girl, she's awesome. Mm-hmm. She closed the deal, and that's how it organically became. We organically started working together because I was at the point where I was getting all these leads. I would pass them on to her. She would close them. People love her. Organic. And then she helped me a lot with paperwork, which I'm horrible at. And she worked in a legal field before, so she's great with paper.
She's like the perfect blend of both like sales and ops, right? Which is so hard.
It's very hard
to find.
So we always joke that together we are the perfect agent, right? Because like I'm more of the lead generator, she's more of the closer. And then she's happy with that. I'm happy, like that one thing, right? Like I'm good at this, you're good at this. Yeah.
And you recognize that and capitalized on it.
We don't micromanage each other.
Yeah, you just get it done.
Trust her completely. And like I said, like, I mean, she's the reason I'm still in the game. Like, we have such a good working relationship. It's enjoyable. It's like, you know, you go through the ups and downs of this business, and Ashley's been like my constant.
You're constant.
Like, the work wife.
Yeah, no.
Always there. Like, we built each other.
I love
the
it.
work wife.
No,
She's my work
said
wife.
that from day one. So when y'all started working together, just so like people understand the context of where I'm going with this, you were doing like how much in volume?
Before I started working with Ashley or after? I mean, I was starting to hit that like 5 to 10 million range by myself. Then when Ashley and I started working together, it was more like 10 to 15. And then at one point it was like, 20 million, 30 million.
Remember when that was like a huge number? And
yeah.
It's like, oh my God, now. Like,
I mean, now you do that in a day. I don't, because I've made the choices that I've made. But so yeah, it literally started to like snowball. And it was like Ashley and I, and then we got, you know, some help, some assistant help. Some support, and
let me ask you a logistics question.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, like, again, a lot of people listen to this who obviously are agents, and I love asking everybody this. How did you decide at one point when you decided to bring an additional person on, whether that was back end or front end? Like, what was that decision like? Like, were you just like, okay, I'm overwhelmed, this is what we need? Or did you have a goal in mind to get there for the next employee?
Oh God, that's such a hard question, because obviously, like, in the chaos of it all, I don't think I ever sat to think I need another person. Like, I knew when Ashley and I started working together, it was so nice to have somebody that I could rely on. That already took a lot of weight off my shoulder.
You felt like you could focus on the one thing that you're good at.
Right. I just want to be doing the deal. Like, that's what I want to be in front of the clients. I want to take them out to lunch. I want to hear about their daughter that just went to college, whatever. Like, that's what I like. And then when I came over to KW Memorial, I mean, one of my biggest mentors and people in real estate to this day that I adore is Michael Bozart. Like, you know that I adore him. He's been like, you know, a very important person in my real estate career. And I think he was the one that really like helped me see the real esate business as a business and not so much as a solo. Like, yeah, you're like, okay, you close the deal. Great. Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to set up your finances? Like, he was the one that introduced me to Profit First, for example. So I could, you know, keep track of and that's what we do to this day.
You Profit First today. That's amazing. I love it. You actually introduced me to that book, and same, like, read it once, but
Yeah, things that make sense that, you know, by yourself you're not going to implement, but then when you have the right people, you start implementing.
You accountable.
Exactly.
Okay, so you brought Ashley.
So Ashley and I, it became kind of like this organic symbiosis craziness.
Right, and then you got back end help.
I got back end help. Michael Bozart connected me with a few people. We had the same assistant, actually.
Oh, yes, we did.
At some point.
I don't remember these.
It's like past life, right? I mean, it's been a while.
It has.
Honestly, like, when I think of real estate, I'm like, it's 2 decades that I've been doing, you know, I've been involved in this business. And then she became my transaction coordinator, and I realized how much more time I had, right? Because she was writing, I don't know how to write a contract. I mean, I do, but like, that's not where I want to be.
You're not filling in the boxes. Like, you know what the structure of the deal
exactly.
needs to
like,
be.
This is what needs to happen. This is the big picture. I'm like, big picture. Like, how are we going to get to the closing table, right? And then Colleen was filling in all the details, ordering the signs. And that's there's Sign Boss, right? Like, there's this services that actually put your sign out, so I don't have to do it myself.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh my God, like, you know, I just click.
What else can I outsource?
I just ask her to do this, and the contract gets sent out, the sign gets put on. I just have to, like, you know, show up to my open houses or whatever. And then that's the reason why I started to have more time to take more clients. And I mean, I was always very, like, generous with, here's the lead. Ashley, you take it, right? So
that was never a question.
It was never.
So you were very good at setting your boundaries for not overstepping. Did you ever, this is like, again, going off topic, but did you ever keep people, like, for yourself?
My clients? Well, right now, and actually for the past 4 years, I will say no, because I'm physically not in Houston anymore.
Yes.
But because I've built this business with Ashley from such an early time, I think a lot of the clients know us both already as like Danshly. Like people joke like Danshly. And obviously look, in order to grow your business, you're going to lose business. You're going to lose friends.
People are always going to say this doesn't work for me, and you have to be okay with that.
And I have to be okay with it because it's fair, right? Like you wanted to come work with me. Now I'm not here. Obviously I'm giving you a better option, right? Ashley's the better agent.
They don't know it.
But they don't know it. And it's valid. Totally valid. So let's say, okay, I've lost business. Absolutely. I've gained new business. There's people that love Ashley, hate me, vice versa. Like
it's always the case.
That's always the case.
Whatever.
But if I held on to that fear, then what does my life look like? Do I get to like not live abroad or what? Why?
No, I'm genuinely asking you as a friend because this is clearly Alex's biggest problem, right? And struggle.
Yeah.
Where it's like, again, as you're growing, what do you hold on to? But you've been so good about staying true to yourself, Dani. And we're getting through this story here, which you guys are gonna like die when we get to the end of the story. But like I've watched you and I'm like, this girl is like, no, I'm not doing that because that doesn't work for me. And you stayed so true to that. Yeah. And it's like, probably because when you went away, I was like, wait, where's my person that I could be like, no, F that. I'm not doing that. Why do I have to do that? Because not many females especially are good at that.
I know.
But I know. So you got through this process. You added more team members after Ashley.
I did.
And then you were getting to numbers of like 40 million, right?
Yeah.
So trucking along, and then let's fast forward to Dani has a big team.
Well,
Well, right. So you built this big team over what? Like
it was fast. It was like maybe 2-3 years that we
started. It happened. It like snowballed quickly, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're on top of the market, right? Everybody knows who your team is. You guys have your little honey badger.
Yes, the Dani packs, the
balloon. You had all your fun marketing stuff that fit you perfectly. Yeah. Okay, you're doing the thing. And what happens? Like what happens? We all only see the outside, right? And granted, I had a little bit of an insight as your friend to the inside. Yeah. But to the outside world.
Yeah. I mean, and we talk about this all the time. I feel like you're in the real estate world and it becomes this rat race, like who's better, who's getting more deals. It's an ego game, right? Like whether you want it or not, there's big egos in real estate, right? And you want to do more. It's this thing of like, oh, if I can make $1 million this year, like why can't I make $2 million next year? You know, like all this rat race, right? That you just get caught up into.
But you just said it. We're competing with ourselves and looking at other agents. Like our clients never know that we're behind the scenes like, oh, I gotta beat this person, or like it's this inner like fire that some of us just have where it's like psychotic. You might not even know the other agent, but there could be one that you're like, this year I'm gonna take over that neighbor, whatever it is, right? But I think for people like us, that's what drives us. Yeah. Because we need those internal goals. And to me, those bigger agents, like, can I get there? I don't know. Let's see. Like, let's see, right? They did it. Let's see.
Totally. And I think I was kind of defining my life by that success. You know, I was closing the deals, and then I moved into my beautiful home that I built, and I was buying all these investment properties and more land. Let's build more. Let's do this. And I'm sitting there looking at all this and it's wonderful, right? And it's great. But I know I can be happier. It wasn't that I wasn't happy, because I feel like my life was on paper and in reality, like it was fulfilling. I had a career. I had my friends. I had my house, my husband, my dog, like
your dog.
So grateful. Like, oh my God, my life is a blessing.
Yeah. You know, you had the package that everybody strives for.
Exactly. Like, and I was told like, that's how you build a successful life. You know, you work hard, you do these things, and I'm sitting there in my beautiful house what's that movie? I can't remember the movie. This isn't my beautiful house. This isn't my beautiful wife. I don't know. It's an old one with Nicolas Cage. Anyway.
Yes, I do know which one you're talking about. Yes, go ahead.
I literally look at all the, like I told you, like I'm at the mountain, right? And I'm looking and I'm like, oh, I know what I need to do to get to like the freaking next level, right? Like I know, like I got this. And then I'm asking myself all these questions, like, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? I use this quote a lot. There's a difference between people that think they're gonna die and the ones that know. And at some point, I knew. I mean, I'm still alive, but FYI, we all are gonna die. Spoiler alert, right? And I'm like, all I have is my life, and like this years, and I'm sick. I'm burnt out. My phone is giving me anxiety because it's literally an attachment of my body, right? Like my phone is attached to myself. I can't sleep. I'm out. And I know that's what it looked like to the world.
No, that had been stirring.
I'm
for
like,
a while.
Of course.
How long were you in that headspace though?
Probably a couple of years.
Okay.
I think when things started like taking off, and because it comes with the lifestyle, right? You're taking our clients to all these things, and you don't have time to think why you're doing the things that you're doing. And then I'm missing my dance classes because I have to go show property. And like, sure, I just made a $20,000 commission, but like, where does my dance now fit, So I was asking myself all these questions and really thinking like, what is enough for me?
Yeah.
What is enough? What number is enough? What life is enough? Which sounds to people like us, you can say, oh, how mediocre, right? Like here, like
no,
you're here, and instead of going here, you want to go here. Like we have that.
But if not, when you did this and just pieced out, Dani, there were everyone who supports and loves you really was like, dude, she just did what we're all thinking. Like she just did what every entrepreneur mom probably maybe thinks about every
day,
week. I don't know.
Every hour.
I don't know, because you literally took it to, okay, I just did what so many people try to do and can't, and you did it. But with all of that success, you still looked at the bigger picture of happiness being the number one most important thing to you.
Totally.
And that is like the most commendable and incredible.
You're going to make me cry.
Well, I love you so much. And like, again, it's like I needed you to come back during this time because we talk about life stuff, right? And you don't have a lot of people that you can be as open with. And for you to make that decision and know what you were leaving behind was a beautiful life. But you also knew that it could be different and even better in a different way on the other side.
Totally. Or if not, I started shifting words. I stopped saying better or more successful, and I traded it for different. It was like, okay, what would make me entirely happy? If God, I have this beautiful house, but I have to keep it up. And like, I don't even like big homes. Like
I know.
It went down to that. Like,
I know.
I could be happy in a one bedroom. And like, me, I'm probably wearing the same clothes that I've been wearing for like, I'm very, very simple. So it's like, but then why do I want this money? Why do I want this lifestyle?
No, this is a great example that you probably, you'll remember, but you got a stylist, I think, for like a hot second because you're like, I got a stylist because I don't
like shopping.
No, we're out here selling real estate and this and that. You're like, but I don't even care, but I got to do that. And I was like, dude, I love her. Like she's just straight up like, well, I guess this is what I need to do. But inside you were like, give a shit. Like
honestly, and like it gets very lonely because you start questioning these things.
Lonely.
Like, why am I not the happiest person in the world? Like, why am I always anxious, stressed? So I sold everything, packed everything in a carry-on, and flew out of the country in a one-way ticket to Argentina.
Yes, by yourself.
By myself. I got a divorce.
Yes.
I left the
You left the
country.
puppy.
I did.
I know, that puppy, I was like, wait, the dog. I was like,
Crash.
where's the dog, you know?
The dog had to stay and mommy had to go.
Fair. That's fair. Mommy needed to take care of herself.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you got a one-way plane ticket.
And I sold the house, sold the investment properties, sold everything.
Everything. That must have felt so
terrifying and freeing at the same time because you're entering the unknown. But obviously by choice, right?
Yeah, but as an adult, right?
Freeing.
Like,
Freeing.
yes, like as an adult, we put so many responsibilities on ourselves that are so unnecessary.
Yeah.
As an adult, you had that option to take two completely different paths in
Yeah.
life. Like, no joke, like whatever that famous Robert Frost, like two roads diverged. Like, you literally were there and said, fuck this, I'm taking this one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you left
left.
your business.
Yeah.
So, but you say this, but you had a plan. Like,
well, so actually I didn't.
Okay.
But to be fully honest with you, I just knew I had to go.
Okay.
It was this thing of like, I'm terrified. I'm terrified, right? Because I'm already living a certain lifestyle that I don't necessarily need. I already went through that very deep internal process.
Mm-hmm.
You already think that you're crazy, but then
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not. Like, I'm actually not that crazy. I'm choosing myself. And like every day I'm more convinced that I made the right decision. Not that I needed convincing. Like, once you make a decision, that's it. You made the decision, right?
Right. But you, again, made the hardest decision that you just said it. Everybody questions themselves.
I told my ex that I said, you keep the business. You keep it.
I know. So you told your now ex-husband, who wasn't originally in real estate. We missed that part of the story, but you brought him in after he got laid off, right?
Yes, it was COVID. They closed the office, and he came to the team to work as director of operations.
Right. Because great.
We're making money. We're like, we need help. You know, we're gonna grow. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go all in.
Right. So you told him that you're getting a divorce. You want a divorce, but you can take the business from
literally.
me
I was like,
and run it.
Take it all.
Yes.
No, and take it, and I'm out.
Yes.
Thankfully, he's like, no, This is
Mhm.
your business. He's a great man. Like, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, maybe you're going crazy. I mean, he didn't say these things, right? But he's probably like, she's crazy. I'm not going to let her give me the business. Like, we will somehow continue to work this and see where it takes. Because, he had just started too. So
yeah,
he wanted to keep working on it.
That you built, that you literally handed over a book of business.
Exactly. And I had
and
agents.
a plan. And everything was in place. Like, and you had the track record. Like,
yeah,
that's valuable.
Exactly. Exactly. I feel like sometimes, when we're making those decisions, like, it was me. Like, I needed to get out.
But this is such an important point, and this is why we're focusing on this specific situation and story, because I think so many agents get there, which is the importance that I am having to remind myself of constantly, is running this as a business.
Yes.
Not just a single agent who, even if you're doing 100 million a year and you're crushing it, if you are alone in the infrastructure, if you fall apart, you have nothing.
Yeah.
So creating a real estate business that, God forbid, if you get sick, if someone dies, you can walk away.
Yeah.
And it can still be profitable for you.
Totally.
Because you worked, you put in the sweat equity.
Yeah.
But you can walk away and do something else if you want.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful place to be.
Totally.
And you wouldn't have been able to do that or even to give the company away if you hadn't had structured it.
The way we structured it and the way it happened. And, when he came in as director of operations, a lot of the systems were put in place that were on my mind and with me and Ashley. So yeah, the business literally was running itself because I was in Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, Antarctica. Like, I was with my little carry-on.
You did it.
Where the wind was going to take me. And I was like, well, if I need to reinvent, like I knew how much savings I had. Obviously, like I'm a Capricorn, so I'm very earth sign oriented. And I knew I had savings, at least this is going to take me to this far.
Right.
So I did plan my financial part. But the business ran itself because I truly had no clue how it was going to go. Like I was telling you, the Matrix.
Getting a salary and then they were running it?
I mean, I was taking a salary and I was still the rainmaker because I was still in touch with my clients. I'm still in the database. I'm still sending texts and making calls. And I have, I had to respond to the director of operations. Like, this is what I did this week. I like a business.
Okay.
But I could run it from all these different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Japan, I went everywhere. I could run it from different parts of the world. Mm-hmm. Now, again, I was ready to be like, I don't know I took the jump. So I'm going to take the jump. If I'm going to take it, I'm going to take it fully. Like,
right.
What's going to happen with the business? What's going to happen? I don't know. But this is what I have to do right now. And I just know that I have to do that right now. Mm-hmm. Obviously, with that decision, a lot of business went away mm-hmm. because I'm not here anymore. But it's sustained at a pretty high level.
Uh-huh. It has, yeah.
It has. I would say now it's funny, like,
okay, wait, but still, you haven't finished the rest. So she went and traveled the world. Like, watching her all over social media.
Literally, like in the mountains.
And it was real. It wasn't AI.
No, it was. Now I do AI, but like it was very real.
No, everything was so real, and I'm watching you like have all these new experiences, right? And I'm like, oh, dude, she picked the.
She took the red pill or the blue one. I can't remember, but you know what I'm talking about. She's
on the freedom adventure path, and then you settled in Spain.
Yes, so and I will add that it was so funny. Like when I sold my car to travel, I was so happy.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't have to drive.
You don't have to fucking drive.
I don't want to drive.
It's the stress of driving alone, getting in your car, sitting in traffic, making sure you get somewhere on time. In this city, in so many other places, it eats you alive.
Yes.
Exactly. Knowing you can walk because you don't have another option is freeing. Like,
it's amazing.
When I lived in San Francisco and I just walked out the door and walked, it is a whole different life.
Yes.
Like your day is different. Your day is better. Like,
absolutely.
You are listening to birds and sunshine and you're still getting somewhere.
Yeah.
But you're using your body to get there in some type of nature. Like, we forget and don't realize like how liberating that can be.
Yeah. And again, like if I had not done any of that, like I just can't imagine my life now without those experiences. Mm-hmm. Like that's the real investment for me. Like those experiences are now giving me dividends. Like I think of, oh my God, that time in the mountain that I met all these people and like we did this and we went here and there, like that connection that I had with that tree. Like I know it sounds so hippie and so bizarre, but like that's the investment. Mm-hmm. Like to me, that was everything. Like I don't regret it. I don't look back.
What did that do for you though? Because I did think about this when you said that, right? Because like even if, let's say for example, I go on vacation, okay? Uh-huh. And then I'll try to give myself I have my ops manager, I have my buyer's agent. Why am I still on the phone, right? And it's the reality of this business, right? So I try to not let those things take over, right? Even if I'm in another country or state, but I'm still interacting and that still gives me anxiety. Like I'm still responsible for this. How was that though? Because you were still doing stuff.
So and this is something that I have verbalized even before my burnout, like I'm leaving, this is not my life moment. I knew I wanted to get out of transactions because it was getting to the point where I wasn't doing a favor to my clients. Mm-hmm. Like it got to the point where I was like, it's probably a good idea for me to back out of production completely because I'm not enjoying it anymore. And I told this to Ashley and like my lender partners, like, hey, I'm retiring from transactions at a certain age. So I knew there was going to be an end to that. But it wasn't until I did that I could fully disconnect from my phone, because I don't have to technically answer to a client. Like I don't feel that I have to, like that I owe an answer, right? Because even when I was working, you know, what my deals with transaction coordinator, Ashley, like whoever, I'm still responding like a psycho.
Yes, because there's time. I mean, I'm looking at the clock right now. There's a deadline that I was like, I hope
shoot.
No, you're gonna have like, I hope Kristen sent that email, right? Like
exactly.
We are literally tied to deadlines.
Yes.
Like timed deadlines down to the second.
Yes.
Right. And people don't think about that. Like
right. Like I want it to be free. Money gives me freedom, but my time to my phone, that's the opposite of freedom. So I was like, I'd rather make a 10th, not even, of what I was making and not have to answer to anybody.
And what did that do? Like, what did that do for you? Like your mental health, your physical health, your well-being, your creative side, like everything.
Everything blossomed. It made me realize because, you know, sometimes we're like, oh, we don't need this, but you're carrying, like, you don't need the purse, but like you're holding the purse and you're driving the car. Yet you say you don't need it. I actually did it.
You did it. No,
like I actually did it. So in the doing is when you realize, oh, I actually really don't need it. Like I'm actually, like, I don't have a house right now. I don't live off a carry-on necessarily, but like the properties that I rent when I travel, they're fully furnished because again, conscious decisions that you make along the way. You say, okay, this is my new standard. Like I no longer want to worry about maintaining a home. That means I'm going to be a renter. That means I'm only going to be, I mean, I'm still in real estate. I still invest. You know, I do things with real estate. But right now, at this point of my life, I'm happy renting. I'm happy with the freedom to travel. I'm happy with I have a very small amount of clothes that I can just put in a bag and travel. Of course, you know the end of the story. So things are a little bit more complicated. But like I moved, I ended up settling in Spain because I was pregnant.
Yes, you ended up having a baby.
Which is funny. You asked me, what did that do to your creativity, to your health, to everything? I got pregnant at 40.
I think, yeah.
I think, you know, I had been married for so long and whatever. I had never really wanted to be a mom in the first place. That wasn't a priority for me. So I wasn't even thinking. But the fact that I went off to travel, to be carefree, to this, to that, meet a man in the mountains, get pregnant. To me, that's like a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I'm struggling with this new identity of motherhood, which is a whole different podcast, like that's a miracle. Like I created a human. And again, that shifted also priorities. Like what are your priorities now? Obviously things change, but even in that, I'm not thinking, oh, I need to, you know, go buy a house or go like give her this expensive things. Like, no, I live in an apartment that I open the door, I have the ocean in front of me, and it's not an expensive apartment. Like we don't even have AC or a heater. Chill.
Yeah, but
my daughter plays in the grass. She goes play with the little rocks. We go to the park. She plays with the kids. Simple.
It's simple.
I know how much I need every month to live, and that's what and what do you want to eat today? Chicken? Okay, we cross the street, we buy the chicken, we cook the chicken, we eat it. That, to me, that's my definition of success, at least right now. That doesn't mean it won't change.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be, like, I talk to my friends all the time that, you know, that have businesses that have, well, real citizens and not. Everybody's, I'm stressed. I'm overweight. I haven't had time to go work out. I don't want to hear anymore. You don't have time. Like then what do you have time for?
I know.
To make money, to pay for the bills, to keep you in that loop. And I don't want to I don't want to judge it. Like I was that person at one point, but I think you do. It's like a hard stop. It's a hard stop because it's not easy. It's not easy when you don't even have to think about like, oh, I go to the groceries and I just swipe my card.
Yeah. But I remember when you announced this. And I remember us talking and I was like, wait. Literally I was like asking basic questions. I was like, how much money do we, like, it was like I was in it. Like, how much money do we have to spend every month? But you were so responsible but you knew, like, going in, like, I am going to have to.
Yeah. And I am unhireable at this point. I'm unhireable. It's like, okay, this is my budget and I'm going to make this budget work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And you need so much less than what you think you need.
I know. And we live in this world of just constant things. And
you need this. When I was having my baby, all my friends, you need this and that and that. No.
No, all you need is milk and a diaper and you're good.
Boob, diapers. Mm-hmm. I had such an amazing support system. Everybody gave me stuff, like, reused, which is how it should be. Community, like, why are we buying new stuff when we can reuse stuff?
Yeah, because they use it for 2 months and then
literally, like, brand new things. Why am I gonna go buy a new, I don't know, whatever, crib? I got, like, hand-me-downs, and then I handed them out to the next people that were having babies. And it just makes you a little bit more conscious about what are we consuming? How are we living our lives? What food are we putting in our mouths? How are we moving our bodies? So
Darian and I were literally just talking about that, like, a couple hours ago before you got here, because we were talking about, he's been, like, working out so much and this and that, but his weight has stayed the same. And I literally just, like, said it. I was like,
what are you eating?
It's the food. It comes down to the food consumption. It literally comes down to what are you physically fueling your body with? My dad is so sick right now, and he has been through hell and back this year. And he was treated for these horrible fungal infections, and the medicine, like, again, subsided the infections enough to where he went to these specialists in Colorado, and they literally said, it's good. The infections are going to come back, right? Like, it's eventually going to come back. But we need to take you off all medication for this right now. You need to go home and rest and eat and fuel your body with the right things.
Yep.
Because your body needs to be at the peak state that it possibly can be right now in order to fight what's coming. And that's not with more medicine.
Yep.
This is coming from the infectious disease hospital, the Jewish Institute in Denver. These are the people, my mom is telling me, people are being flown in from all over the world. Okay. And they literally said, we are going to remove every single medication from your body because the most important thing right now is what you're fueling it naturally with.
Yeah.
That to me has been like, and I know
basics,
this, right? Like,
right?
I'm a quote unquote health nut, but Diet Coke, right? Like, yeah, I need it. I need the Diet Coke to keep me, caffeinated. Why?
Yeah.
Because I didn't sleep, because I was working on X, Y, and Z, and I had to get up because 2 babies still were sick this week, and you have to get through, right? But you're telling me we can go back to, like, basics and almost college days when you're like, dude, I just got to survive. Like, I'm here for school. I got to survive. I don't need to eat all this. We as adults have put so much pressure on ourselves to the point that we're making ourselves sick. Yeah. Like, physically and mentally ill.
For sure. And I think, I'm not going to say that Europe doesn't have its things. I mean, there's things everywhere, right? But, like, you walk more, you eat healthier foods, you're out in nature more. People value time with family more, and you can see people are happier, or at least I have the time to
watch.
Oh, people
to watch.
Wow,
they're not walking down the street with everybody on their phone.
No,
and you're literally living it and seeing it firsthand.
And, like, that's what and it's like you have to fight so hard to keep that peace. Because then your head is like, should I be doing more? Should I be? And then it's like, no, like, I'm exactly where I need to be. And I've proven it to myself. And, like, this is how much I spend every month. And that's all I need. And it's like that fine line between being, conforming, but also, I'm a Capricorn successful, like, I want to do more, but it's like, let's redefine the definition of success. Because what I'm living now is what I prayed for. Like, I have time to go to the gym and I have time to walk and I feel better. I mean, I'm exhausted now because I have a baby, right? But like,
fair.
I need to be in a place like that too.
Yeah.
To keep my mind in a sane place and to know that I have the option to like go take a walk at the beach whenever I want. Or it truly is, it's so cliche, but it's the little things that I didn't do before I was like, that's it, I'm out. I don't know how this is going to work out. I have no clue, but I know this is not it. So I gotta go.
Yeah. And taking that risk, but still being able to, I don't want to say run, but be a part of things from afar,
yes,
right?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
You're still a part
I'm still with
of
Ashley.
Your business.
Oh, so that's the other thing, right? It grew, and then I'm like, we're back to basicing everything.
Basicing. I'm gonna use that word. We're basicing today.
We totally are, and it's like, and even Ashley and I look at each other. It's like, it's always been us. Again, my work wife. It's always been us. I'm
so
like,
it's
yes,
and it's the two of you.
Now it's just the two of us. And it's like back home. We're back at home base. Like, we don't need any more agents. We don't, if we need to refer out, we refer out. If we need help with open houses, we ask for the help. But now it's like, wow, this is so nice. Because then, you're growing, but you're also taking the growing pains. So it's again, going back, what's your enough? What do you want? What are your goals? What are your real goals? Don't tell me I want to make $5 million. Like, tell me what your real goals are so we can break it down and so that you can realize that there's a easier path and there is an end to this. You don't have to keep spinning your wheels, which, we think I got to my goal, but now I got to keep going because I never know when that next deal is going to happen. It's like, no, it's going to happen. Like, you can chill, like you take a moment to breathe, to look back at everything that you have accomplished. You've met your goal. You're living a good life. Like, why do we need to drown ourselves?
Keep pushing more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, you don't.
No, I know. I'm listening to you right now, right? Because literally, as Dani took the path of, I'm going to go chill at the beach, Alex went like this. I went this way and said, F this.
I'm building all of Houston.
We're just going to go to the top and see how that feels and happens, right? But I think one of the things that we've talked about is that, I truly do love to work and I love this industry, right? That makes me who I am.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I know that about myself too. But it's discovering a line of, it can't all just be this, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And so again, it's setting boundaries or figuring out, hey, maybe I will lose some business if I'm not responding to them after 6:00 anymore.
It hurts in the ego, but that's what has to happen.
Right. And like you're saying, we all, have these crazy internal egos in this industry. And we're really, I think the best of us are competing against ourselves, right? Constantly.
For sure.
Which I think there is some benefit in that, but at the same time, at what cost?
I just think it's important because I talk about this with so many people in our industry. And for me, it's like, just be very honest with yourself. What is it that you want? Not what you've built. Not like, okay, yes, you can have another 20 million in sales. Sure, all this is fantastic.
For what? Like an award and yes, extra cash that you're just going to go spend to buy the stupid things that you just proved you really don't need or make you happy anyways.
Exactly. So I just think that's like the biggest conversation to have as real estate agents. When do I put the stop? Because we are our own bosses and it's such a freaking hard business. Like, people don't realize how hard this is mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, whoa,
it's so hard. It is
so hard. So maybe soften it a little bit and be like, okay, I'm cool here.
Well, and I always say too, when did real estate become the only industry where we're expected to
24/7
literally answer and work 24/7?
Yes.
how did that happen? Like,
yes.
we can put timelines, right? Like, Trek has added more dates and time, specific time deadlines, which were needed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's like, I don't know, is third-party financing over at 5 or midnight? I don't know.
Exactly.
But
what part of the world are you?
But I mean, I was at an event last Friday, and at 8:30 on Friday, I'm getting a text on a huge deal that we're closing tomorrow. And he's like, buyer's agent's like, hey, we just heard from the lender on the West Coast at 6:30, like they're 1% off their DTI of being approved for this loan. And I'm like, why are you telling me this at 8:30 on Friday? Like, I was just having a good time listening to music, like enjoying just sitting, being with my husband who I never get to see. And then you send me this shit? Like, seriously? You might as well
know what this means.
You might as well have just waited. But then I realized that their financing period was up that night, right? So he's like, well, can we get some kind of response by midnight? Because we might then just go ahead and send a termination. And I literally said to him, do whatever you guys want to do. Like, I don't care. Like, because
like what else are you
what can I do?
What else are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
Do what they want to do.
By one point, they're telling me, oh, they're going to get an exception. Okay. I hope they get an exception. What do you want to do? Like,
and that goes also to your point of like, it's so stressful too, because we are relying on so many
other people. It's insane. We've worked so hard to get to this.
You got that deal to close. You got that. Absolutely. You got it there.
People have no idea the shit that we do behind the scenes that we never say. Because
and that lender pre-approved them. 100%.
I want to call that person and be like, yo, you are now fucking with my money.
Exactly.
Like, but that's exactly it, right? Like, I joke with one of my main builders. I'm like, that's it. One day, title, like,
that's it.
Lender,
that's it.
Architects, is that all in-house? Because then it's my responsibility to not F this up. Mm-hmm. Because when you're depending on so many other people who most of them don't care, it's mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, exactly. Hence why took the pills, the matrix pills, and was like, you know what? Life is short, and I really want to not be stressed all the time, not have anxiety, not have this, that. And yeah.
Okay, so fast forward.
I don't know how many hours we've gone talking about
fast
this.
Forward.
I'm repeating myself.
No, you're not. Fast forward. So how long have you been gone from Houston? How long has it been since you left?
Oh my God. 2022.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 4 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Crazy, right?
I've been in the race.
But this feels to me like 20 years because
of
so much that I've lived. I had a baby, for example. Like, I feel like I've lived so many experiences and I've done so much in 4 years that it's like, oh no, it's been a couple decades.
That's so wild.
Like, I've done quite a few travels and lived a few experiences, and I feel very grateful. I feel like I've lived this whole other life.
You've lived multiple lives.
Multiple lives.
Is, again, another reason why I wanted to have you here, because when you texted me randomly last week and you're like, hey, I'm coming to Houston, I was like, great, when do you come?
What we're doing
next Thursday. I was like, oh, cool, can you be on my podcast?
Yes,
and you're like, yeah, I land at 2. I'll be there at 3:30. Okay, great, see you then. Like, that's how we roll. I wasn't even surprised. I was like, and we didn't talk since then. I was like, whatever, I'll see you at 3:30. And when she got off a plane from Spain, like, no problem. See ya.
I mean, I went to Florida first, but
you went to Florida first. I didn't know that part. That's why. But it's still like, that's still crazy.
Yeah.
Still crazy. So you're here for just a few days, just checking
in, seeing my friends, seeing Ashley, getting together with some clients over the weekend, and I started building duplexes also. Random. Again, when you're like in that creative space and your opportunities really do come, so you have more freedom to be like, okay, this is aligned. I do like this, again, partnering with the right people. I know this builder that I fully trust. And I had known him. We just never worked together before. And I was in one of my travels. He called me one day, hey, if you have any clients that want to build duplexes, let me know. I'm like, actually, I have a piece of land. I was like, I don't know how many months pregnant. I have a piece of land. Do you want to build it? And he said, yeah, I'll build it. I said, I don't want to be stressed. I'm having a baby very soon.
Right.
If I give you full responsibility, can you handle it?
Mm-hmm.
And he said yes. And we built this thing and I sold it. And, out of that, I now have 4 lots that I'm building that I came this weekend to see.
Because you didn't see
where they're even at.
Because you bought them overseas, sight unseen.
Right.
That's how we roll.
That's how I roll. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to be building some stuff now. If anything, it's land,
Mm-hmm.
that I can hold and resell or whatever.
Course,
and I'm buying like cheaper pieces of land.
You're
like I feel like this is still I'm in experimental
phase. I was literally about to say that you're experimenting, so you're not going wild. You're being smart about it.
Exactly.
Right? So
exactly. Like my bread and butter is still Ashley and I, one agent, selling deals, making commission. That's still my salary.
Okay, that's still your money.
That's still my money maker. And then the building part is just, it's fun. I have somebody that I trust. It's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's easy because there's obviously things come up, but I've designed it in a way that is like, if I'm going to build, this is how I'm going to build. I'm not going to go wild. I'm not going to go buy 5 acres. I buy 7,000 square feet. I build 1 duplex. If I don't sell it, I rent it.
Mm-hmm. But you just said the perfect thing, right? Like, because again, people are like, oh, you're a builder too. It's like, well, yeah, I have my name slapped on an LLC, but like, I'm not building,
Exactly.
I have the right people who are contractors who are
the market.
Yes.
What sells.
Yes. So I think the moral of this story today is I wanted to be able to really share with people that you can, if you really want to, make this whatever you want it to
Literally,
be. Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want it to be.
So what's the next journey for Dani?
Aside from raising a good human, which is, in the works, I'm going to continue to live abroad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue to do my real estate with Ashley. I'm going to continue to build the properties as they come, but I'm really working on something that is more of a personal project.
Okay.
I'm writing a book that I've been writing for a while. But
hold on, by the way, she's already written 1 book. We didn't throw that out
but
there.
The book is about real estate.
Yeah.
Fine, I did write a book. It's on Amazon.
Published a book.
I'm a published author.
Can I tell you, because it's you? Like, I'm a journalism major. That is always been like my dream. Right?
Do it. Okay, we'll get there.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I'm getting there. But I see you and I'm like, she did it. Who cares? Who cares if 2 people read it? But you did it. And that's
you
so
just
cool.
go do it. Like you just go do it. Like what else? Like what's gonna happen? What's the worst that can happen?
So you're writing your 2nd book.
But this time around it's about this realizations that I've had since, leaving Houston and doing this life shift. And I do understand my privilege. I understand very well where I'm standing, but I also feel like there's very important lessons that I want, my stories that I want to share with other women.
Yeah.
Because it's needed. Like the more I talk to women, the more I'm hearing the same things, or I'm like, okay, these are my 2 cents. Like this is how I went about these things.
You went about it the completely less traveled road,
literally,
right? But you literally did what so many, grapple with all the time, and it's normal stuff, right? It's totally normal stuff.
Like it should be easier, right? Like it should
at least be easier, in my opinion, to be able to openly speak about the things that you're questioning or what you're struggling with or what you're even thinking or considering.
Totally.
Right? Why does it have to be so hidden? And I'm totally guilty of this as well. Like I'm part of the problem, but why does it have to be so swept under the rug?
Mm-hmm.
And there's still so many social norms and things that we conform to.
Totally.
And I think that's a whole separate
that's
a whole separate year of
10
podcast.
more episodes of podcasts.
But I think I am in the same mindset as you, but totally on the opposite end, where I'm trying to figure out, I want it.
Yeah.
All, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, there's gotta be a better way to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I'm in the opposite where I'm like, no, I really
like you
love,
want to climb that thing till
I'm
the
like,
end.
I love what I do and I want to climb that mountain, but I want to do it my way. And there has to be a better, more balanced, healthier way to do it. I haven't figured it out yet, but like that is my newest mission and goal is figuring out, saying like, why can't we have it all? But we have to figure out a way to do it differently.
Yeah, totally. And I will add, I think you can have all of what you really want. The problem is we think we want it all. We don't. You're always going to be willing to give something up that you didn't even want in the first place. In my humble opinion and in my experience with my life, because I don't have the millions of the dollars or the cars rolling in or the car. But what I do have is what I actually do want. And you get there by doing. It's like, it's harder to go down.
Yeah.
To downgrade, as they call it.
It's downgrade. You literally purposely chose to downgrade. It's like majorly downgrade.
Change grade.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was in your kitchen one time and you're like, oh, I forgot. You literally were like, oh, I have a check in. You're like, you don't even probably remember this. You were making me coffee and we were working on something and you're like, oh, I have a check in my pocket. It was straight up a $24,000 check. And you're like, shit, I haven't cashed this yet. Like,
that's bad.
Right?
That's bad. That is bad.
It is bad.
I am not proud of this, but
both you and I have that personality, same where it's like, I did it. Check. Yeah. Like it becomes like, so not a big deal anymore. And you don't want life to feel like that. Like
totally.
Where you want to still be grateful when you wake up every day to see the ocean and see and be around the things that truly give you life.
Like it sounds so corny, but that's it.
No, that's
like what you hear is literally that.
Striving
it's
for
that. It's that. Yeah. So I think that's what's next. Writing my book. I really want to do more. Talk more. I like podcasts. I want to keep traveling. I want to keep dancing.
Doing all the things. Well, I can't say it enough. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
So proud of you.
Look, we figure it out as we go, right?
We're figuring
Nothing's
it out as we go. But like again, this is so special. And like you said, I know your time is the most valuable thing to you. So you spending it here with me just like makes my heart happy. And
because
like,
I love you.
I love you
like
too.
my people of Houston.
I love you too. And I think it's just like, if this can help one person who needs to hear it, who is in a space of like, not sure, it's okay to not be sure, but like go with your gut, right?
Totally go with your gut and talk about it and like share it, because people are going through the same things. We're all questioning the same things. And at the end, it's all a choice.